Jacob found his first love in baseball. In fact, he started buying and selling baseball cards before he was 7 years old. But as Weddle grew older, his main sport changed from baseball to tennis. The camp teaches kids basic soccer skills like how to dribble and shoot. But more importantly, it teaches them how to be good stewards of the community. Some golf courses that see snow and ice solve this problem by installing green covers, a sort of protective tarp over the green. But Northwoods Golf Course doesn't have that. It's too costly and labor-intensive to be worth it. Rhinelander Tennis has a lot of reasons to be motivated this year, but no tactic may be as effective as this picture of their conference rival Anago. Travel time isn't really a problem for referees in places like Milwaukee. There are a lot of schools within pretty close driving distance, but you come to the Northwoods, and all of a sudden, everything is super spread out. You might have to drive up to 2 hours from Rhinelander to Hurley just to ref one simple basketball game. Coming up, I'll tell you how one area baseball squad is turning shoes into cold hard cash. Merrill's baseball fields at the recreation complex still have about 3 to 5 inches of snow on them, but that's just part of the problem. The real problem is when all that snow melts and creates, well, a swamp at second base. Throwing a screwball means putting 3 or 4 fingers atop the softball and finishing with a full rotation at the bottom. Sometimes a school of Phelps' size only has 1 or 2 players on the bench, but the boys basketball team has a full reserve of 4, even 5 players on the bench, which gives them options on defense. Weinbach teaches new players to keep their head down like this when impacting the ball. That way they can check and make sure they're impacting it here in the middle and not on the edge. A local elementary school class made a massive congratulations banner to send Mosinee volleyball off to state. And just as the community is rallying around the volleyball team, they're rallying around each other. If this dollar in coins represents the Packers' player budget, then Matthews and Cobb combined to make up about 13 cents of it. Now that their contracts are expired, they basically have 2 choices. They can seek a new team or a new deal in free agency, or they can come back to the Packers, albeit probably for less money. Anybody who watched the first matchup between these teams knew that it was all going to come down to the battle on the outside. Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen against Packers corner Jair Alexander. It's kind of hard to believe that Giannis is just 24 years old. He's had to do more growing up since coming to America than most people twice his age. Fortunately, though, he had some help in that endeavor from the fine folks at Omega Greek Restaurant on the south side of Milwaukee. Lane, you hit the nail on the head. Whoever wins this matchup between Lakeland and Mosinee will find themselves in the catbird seat, as the late great Red Barber used to say. Lakeland coming in at 3-1 in conference, Mosinee at 4-0. Lorenzo Cain made possibly the play of the year, even though the year is only in its first game. I don't think Brewers fans in attendance will ever forget Cain's leaping, robbing of a home run that could have tied the game in the top of the 9th inning. We started early today. Rhinelander and Wausau East didn't even have time to digest the turkey and apple pie before they tipped off at 12:30. Anybody who's watched the NBA playoffs knows just how crucial Giannis and Kawhi have been to their respective squads, but the biggest difference between the Bucks and the Raptors is what happens when their stars go to the bench. Simply put, the Bucks have kept right on rolling without Giannis, while the Raptors have faltered without Kawhi. By the way, one thing to watch for, Rhinelander's Kennedy Van Zyl is 40 points away from achieving 1,000 for her career. Probably not going to get it tonight, but hey, she scored 40 in Rhinelander's season opener. Who knows? For how much it's raining right now, it is nothing compared to what we had 45 minutes ago. We were in gather 2 of every animal and put them on a boat territory. Here are your 2 takeaways from today. 1, when the decision is made, Murphy's not going to be making it alone. And 2, the game plan, especially on offense, probably not going to change a whole lot over the final 4 games. I just wanted to real quick point out this, Crandon's video board. They just had it installed on Friday. This is only the 2nd game Crandon will be playing with it up. Safe to say it'll add a whole nother level to the atmosphere for this one. I want to tell you about the coolest thing I saw tonight. Second quarter, the Bucks put a kid on the Jumbotron holding a sign that said, "Just finished chemo, go Bucks." And the Bucks made sure that kid went home happy tonight. In Fiserv Forum, Andrew Goldstein, Newswatch 12.